getting lucky today with Stirling Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during the live premiere on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat and meet the Whiff Pack, an awesome group of our friends hanging out from all over the world, and we'd love to have you there too.
We would. And for our mention today, Marcus surprised me with my own Stirling beanie.
That's how you know you have arrived, folks. And look
Yes.
how it fits. It's the perfect size.
How could I not wear this every day?
We really want to go to Disney World or somewhere super crowded and wear my gentleman's nod shirt, her Stirling hat, see who comes up to us. Like, hey, wait a minute. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is from our 2023 Black Friday Stirling mini collection we've got hanging out on the piano. And this one is Solidus, an homage to 1 Million Lucky.
I have cleared out Scrooge McDuck's vault. We are ready. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the Black Friday 2023 email from Stirling Soap Company, I need y'all to sit back, pour a drink, relax. This is very lengthy. She has been well hydrated. She's ready to read this to you. Here we go.
A scent that is solid gold.
Well, there you have it. What else do you need? Now, we're going to give away some scent notes because this one is an homage to a really famous EDP, and I have no idea how all these are going to go together. So, continuing on.
All right, the scent has plum, ozone, grapefruit, and bergamot on top, hazelnut, honey, cedar, cashmere wood, orange blossom, and jasmine in the middle, and amberwood, patchouli, oak moss, and vetiver as the base notes. It's based on 1 Million Lucky by Paco Rabanne.
And I think there are a few different 1 million scents by them,
Yeah.
and this is their lucky one. I don't know if we know this. We have an homage from Barrett, but I'm not sure which one it's homaging, but I am excited to get to know this one.
This one looks a little lucky, so I think we should get it
Yeah,
out of
this
the
might
box.
be our pony. Let's unbox it.
Our big box, we're still working through here,
I think
y'all.
there were 6 or 7 cents. We have not done First Light yet.
Nope.
We have not done Maribor. You did not see that. Or Outdoor Man. I'm
No.
actually really excited about this one.
But we
But
did
you
see-
did see Solidus. And look at the color around the rim. Isn't that a little
know.
reminiscent of Scrooge
Well, and
McDuck's
then I was
gold?
wondering, right, is it the gold action?
All right, we got it. Woo! This is lovely. I love these little 3-ounce sizes. So, y'all, on Black Friday, the releases are a little bit smaller because they're testers to see what the community at large might think of these scents and if we might demand them in a full size someday. So, let's see how big our demand is when we have our first impression. I did our last two, so you're going to do this one. I'm going to watch your face.
Ooh-wee.
Let's see what we
I
get.
tried to just read those sentence and let them go by and just pretend I didn't read anything because I wanted to be surprised.
Well,
so,
not a single one of those jumped out at me as how they would click with the others, which tells me it's going to be an amazing scent because my imagination clearly isn't even good enough to guess what this might start to smell
and
like.
as we usually say, Rod and Mandy know their scents. So if they're willing to put it in one of these bad boys, their noses have spent some time with it.
And they know which dupe oils are the best quality, y'all, and at the best price. So let's open this and see what we
No
get.
more stalling. Ooh, their lovely pour. We must show off the lovely pour. Okay.
Is it familiar?
That's a long whip. There was a lot to discover. It, subtly familiar.
Okay.
So we did mention we had some EDPs that could be close.
Right.
I can see how they're connected, but I think this one is a little prettier or a little, there's like a brighter side.
Gotcha.
Like I get the shiny gold where whatever EDP that we have that's somewhat similar.
Yeah.
It has a little more the deeper spices that come through to me.
Right.
Here, this is like the brighter version.
Right.
Somehow.
I think ours is 1 million, and this is 1 million lucky.
Okay.
So it's a flanker.
Yes, flanker is a great word because I can see they're cousins, but I wouldn't put them on the same tier.
Right.
Like they're different enough that you would want both. They're not the same exactly.
Right. And sometimes we've noticed that if a perfuming house creates an absolute banger, they'll do 2 or 3 different versions of it. Like Lost Cherry has a smoky cherry version and an electric cherry version. Ooh, so this one I think has 3 or 4 different faces, and this is the lucky one.
It is. It really does. Like, I'm glad they said it was solid gold because I get like if a coin had like something shiny.
Right.
Like it's that. It's like the sparkly version. There's something in this turned up, the brighter, prettier. I don't think it's exactly floral,
Right.
but there's something to me that really has more of the brightness, the light feeling to it that's coming through here.
Nice.
It does smell expensive, my friends. It does smell like you'd be $1 million wearing this. Just saying.
Well, and for me, it's funny because the people I know who are like crazy rich, they do have a scent to their fabric of their clothes. They do have a scent to their hair that's a little bit unique and somehow elevated. There's a sense of whatever cream they're putting on their hands and their skin. Like my aunt was like that. We saw none of it in the will, by the way.
That's coming through, but it's almost sort of undercover.
Ah.
Like I don't feel like I have to be in my most expensive outfit to
Right.
wear this scent, but I do feel like it's my little secret that I'm like, oh.
And with the one that I do know, I don't think I could pick out a single scent note because that characteristic that it's bringing forward is so new and amazing. In fact, when I first smelled New York from Holy Caw, which I am pretty sure is an homage to that 1 million.
Real close.
I was like coffee, carpet, hotel lobby at the Carlisle. Like those were the best
Yes.
ways I could have to describe it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting from here.
Right.
Like, I can try and pull some parts out, but they are so well blended
Yeah.
that it almost kind of insults it to pull it apart, if that makes sense. And I think that's just because it's a compliment to the perfume house.
Right.
Like, they're blended together so well, I feel like I'm almost like insulting the scent to take them apart.
Right. And the 1 million one that I'm used to is kind of what I refer to as the man-made sense. There's nothing really from nature that I can pinpoint, but it is so reminiscent of a brand new clean building. The Great Reset from Hoffman was like that too. Just like the man-made beautiful sense of clean and dapper spices somehow.
I would agree. So it's interesting because like my first whiff of this reminded me of my first experience. They have Friends Till the End that has the Baccarat Rouge, if I forward it like that.
Right.
So that was what was used in a different way for me, smelling those kind of golden ambery colors. This is still a little brighter. It's more of that kind of golder side.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't go as deep and spicy into that zone, but I almost feel like this did to the perfume world what that did. Like there's something
Right.
prominent happening here and how the scents are all mixed in there. So it's hard because I can say it's not Baccarat Rouge. It's not that dark.
Right,
It's not
right.
that spicy. It's still to me kind of on that unisex radar though. Like
Yeah.
there's prettier sides to this that on
Right.
me are going to show, and on you the woodsier kind of other elements are going to come out.
And Baccarat Rouge caused a splash. All Friends Till the End was supposed to be a limited edition, so
It's still here.
It's still there. I know this is the worst kind of question with an ADP homage, but are there any scent notes jumping out that you can identify?
So I can tell you what it's not, which isn't very helpful. But if I could try to tell you what it is, I think this is a different type of structure. Like I remember the first thing I read was plum. I wouldn't necessarily pick out plum,
Right.
but I can tell there's different type of fruits in here.
Gotcha.
Not the normal like ones that you would jump to first.
Right.
And then I feel like there is a floral / woodsy thing.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that it's masculine florals, but they are strategic florals.
Right.
Like I feel like this is more of a daytime scent just because there's something bright and uplifting happening
Right.
for me. And I know that there's woodsy stuff in here. It doesn't go boozy. It doesn't go too deep. Like overall I would say it's a more of a mid to high kind of zone
Right.
that I'm in.
Gotcha.
It's approaching an almost aquatic-y-ish blue-ish color in the middle for me,
Nice.
but I think that's almost where you get hotel lobby or you get a new clean kind of scent.
Right.
That's kind of how this is happening for me. But that's part that stays with the whiff throughout.
Right.
I can kind of go a little up from there and get more of the floral leaf kind of fruity side that's just subtly sweet. And then I can go down and get more of like the tamer woodsier sides.
Right.
But I want to say it's not an aquatic.
Right.
But it's approaching it as close as it could get.
We have noticed this year that in a lot of the perfumes that we've looked at, or a lot of the shave soaps, they'll say red fruit. But it's not any kind of red fruit that we've ever had. It's like some kind of balsamic perfumer's note.
Right.
That is just a little bit currant, a little bit plum, a little bit black cherry, and kind of all mixed together in some kind
Yeah.
of new way. Is that kind of what might be hiding it? Think the Rambler, right?
No, it's a different side. That is okay. So that is a fun bright side. So what
Yeah.
I was saying is close. But if you were thinking that, it's a different side. It's more. I don't want to say a rainbow sherbet, but it's more on the bright, more neon colors.
Did she say?
Yeah, your turn. See if you can help because I'm struggling. It's wonderful. It's just hard to put words to.
I hope there's rainbow sherbet in here. Oh.
See if that helps you at all.
I do get why you said aquatic. Y'all, for me, this is that millionaire sense from the one that we know, but it's got a little bit of Bleu de Chanel kind of thing going on inside. It doesn't take it to the man-maids. This one takes it outside. It's built on a foundation of all of that man-made stuff that 1 million is. Mm-hmm. But that stuff they've added to it.
Right? It's a new friend.
It's a cool air, cool breeze sense through the vault, which you don't want a lot of windows in your gold vault. And it's lovely how they are coming together. Uber man-made for me, and sort of uber natural and aquatic. So I'm going to attack these separately. So here's the man-made side. Hold on. Okay, it is that beautiful man-made sense of fresh paint, brand new carpet, and coffee. And then the other side.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a little bit of a floral that's taking you out on the bay breeze. It's a little bit of some kind of salt water thing that's being added for the surf. Wait a minute.
You figured it out?
I know what this is. Hold on. If you take a millionaire out on the water, it's not going to be on a skiff. This is the smell of a yacht. This is the smell of the yacht from Overboard with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Walt Disney's last words, and nobody knows why. Because you've got everything beautiful from your clothes to your upholstery to your furniture to your artwork that's wafting up from below decks. And then you've got that beautiful sense of standing on the deck of a boat as the sun comes up over the horizon feeling.
Yep.
They are both in here. That's why it's lucky. And it is specifically that Bleu de Chanel sense that I get from Deep Blue Sea, coincidentally from Stirling Soap Company. And they're both in. Wow.
This is a journey, y'all.
I wouldn't have thought they'd go together that well.
But doesn't it make sense that this is more like the daytime version of that millionaire kind of vibe?
100%. And you know what? We are getting way better about our comparisons around here just to help paint you a picture. Hold on. And this is Deep Blue Sea by Stirling Soap Company, an homage to Bleu de Chanel. So, this is something we'll only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the one if by land, two if by sea with on 3, 1, 2.
Okay. They're close. I see that. I did get an image of blue in my mind when I was looking at this. Like it was gold and shiny, but maybe it's the shiny sparkles off the ocean mixed in there too.
And for me, it's the top half. The whole bottom half is still that millionaire sense from the original, right? Ooh.
All right. I think it's time to lather this up and check our scent notes and see if we've got this right.
Passing of the bougie stick, y'all. These are from Amazon.com, so we don't contaminate our soaps. And this is the best $13 you will ever spend in the wet shaving world. This is my favorite shaving brush. It ties with the Atomic Rocket from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is my stubby 24mm Stirling knot. I love this thing. I use it like a pencil. I love how it splays. And this is my aquamarine Captain's Choice copper bowl.
You must have known there was going to be a little aquatic. You went for that color. Sneak that in the bowl here, and Marcus is going to kind of give it into those little divots.
And y'all, the idea is to get a smooth surface on the bottom of your shaving bowl so that when you do introduce the brush bristles, they don't pull up any chunks. They're just pulling up that smooth soap from the top of that. Looks like that.
Yeah, we've had a few questions. People were like, how do you not get the chunks in your lather?
Right.
That's what you do.
It's not chunky. All right, y'all, the lathering process here at the Barbershop Duet was born out of expediency, but we realized we were making better lathers on the show than in the bathroom. So first of all, I know this sucks, but you start with cold water from the bougie sprayer. And then we're just going to go forwards with the bristles, go backwards like you'd normally do, push down for a little backbone. But then what we realized is all those bristles in the center, we're getting all the soap. Spin the brush 25% in your hand and go at it again. Whole nother crop of soap's going to jump onto those bristles. And then right before you go down for the water, do it again. Turn your brush one more time, and you'll notice only about 10% of that soap is even left at the bottom of the bowl. And now, this is the Evel Knievel part for the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. I'm going to sup up the rest of that water onto the brush, and then either take it to the face or the legs, not that there's anything wrong with that, or start building your lather in the bowl. And
I am getting whiffs, man.
I know. It's beautiful. And I love how those two senses, the millionaire sense and the Bleu de Chanel sense, are not really melding in the middle. They're kind of creating their own personalities on both sides so you can sense where you've been and where you're going.
It's fun. It really, like, if I didn't know those scents, I mean, it's not exactly those two, but it's pretty darn close. Right. If I didn't know both of those scents, I think that's why my nose was kind of wanting to do the long whiff, because I kept going one side or the other. But that middle part where they interlace is very intriguing.
And if this makes sense, Bleu de Chanel can get a little high for me. Those top notes get a tiny bit pokey after a couple of hours, especially if I'm a little bit hungry. But this takes those really high soaring notes and doesn't let them go all that crazy high.
Yeah, there's like a ceiling on there somehow.
Yeah, right. And y'all, when I am looking over our collection of 450 soaps, for which one I'm going to use tonight, it is funny that some of the most budget-conscious soaps in our cabinet are, to me, the most luxurious.
Yep.
Because of how they feel, how they smell, and how they function. When I go green, it is a special night. All right, y'all, this is something you will only find here at the Barbershop Duet. This is the How Lucky Are You With on 3, 1, 2. Oh. Whoa!
Yeah?
Whoa. Okay, where they are coming together in this is crazy, yo.
I don't see the two sides anymore in here. I see how they're all completely a whole new identity here.
Right. And I love the ocean breeze sense in here because it is cold, hard cash. There is something slightly warm and slightly cool coming together in the center of this. I think that's part of the two faces.
I would agree. Like spicy isn't the word that fits for me. Like there's a lot of adjectives. I'm trying to figure out how to put this in a lane, and I don't have one yet, but I'll keep working on it.
All right, y'all, and back to the scent notes from Stirling Soap Company.
All right, top notes ready, y'all. We have plum.
Got it?
Ozone.
Beautiful. Yeah. Think walking past a Rico copier. That beautiful, sweet electronic smell in the office. That's ozone, isn't it?
Grapefruit and bergamot. It was grapefruit. That's why I got rainbow sugar.
That's what
all the
gives
colors.
It that dapper quality, that savory citrus of the grapefruit. Yeah. And a little bergamot just to round things out. And then, y'all, this is where those two faces start to come up against each other. Imagine all of that with hazelnut
and honey.
Beautiful. It's a bear claw sitting right in front of you. And then here we come up against the hotel walls. We got cedar, cashmere wood.
That sounds expensive.
I will take some of that, right? That's what makes it smell like money. And then orange blossom, just to give it that little sense of California spring luxury. And jasmine in the middle. The way those two are coming together is fabulous because an orange blossom doesn't really have a floral sense to me. Yeah. It has more of a candied, fruity sense. So matching it with jasmine is pretty inspiring.
It's more like a sweet mixed with floral for jasmine. Like how they're kind of interacting. Those two are really important in the mids there.
I almost don't even get the sense of the two separate faces anymore at all.
Yeah, no, as soon as you lather that up, I was like, oh, wait, this is a whole new thing.
And that was just the top and the middle. Going down into the base notes, we have
amberwood,
love it,
patchouli, oak moss, and vetiver. See, nothing too dark or too deep. It really keeps on that brighter side.
Nothing patchouli tobacco in this at all. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, this stays at like a 5 and above as far as the scent notes go. But the intensity is lovely at like a 3.5. It's in your face.
And it's interesting because we've had mostly all of these scents. There's a few ones that we don't get as often, but how they are magically interwoven is creating a whole new identity.
And this is not the plum from my backyard tree. This is not that deep, rich, red, sweet plum. This is more of your white plum. A little bit more of that dapper, powdery sense to that. And I think that's helped by the amberwood. Beautiful.
I cannot wait to open the splash because I feel like the whole other layer that we're missing is just going to click as soon as we open that.
Well, we've got 1 ounce apiece. Why don't we break this open and take this deeper? And yeah, when we do watch our Sinatra Lennon, we love to see how that lather covers his face, and while we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, I do want you to see how this sterling lather creates the world's best barrier between you and that razor blade. Look at this, y'all. Ooh.
There's something in this one. The florals just make it slightly more feminine. Like I would reach for this and put it on. I like how the other millionaire smells on you, but I don't reach to put that on. This, I would definitely reach to put on.
I think if it was on a guy, those floral notes would almost be disguised, right?
Yeah. But on me, like they would just be turned up just that little bit.
All right. Oh, this I don't even want to take this lather off, but we've got to look at the splash. All right, I am excited for this.
Me too. There's a little plasticky thing.
For your protection.
Marcus shook it too much.
I did.
You made a mess.
Okay, here we go.
I might have dripped on the dog.
Do what Angelo does. He goes,
oh, yeah, he does that. Yeah. That actually is a
white musk inside that amber?
Oh, wow. Hold on.
Wait! No, okay, hold on. Where do we start with this one? This is totally like inside out.
I am so glad we got this splash. This is a very different experience.
The orange blossom just jumps out. It's very prominent in the middle of this. It's beautiful.
Okay, now this is an all-day scent. You could put this on for evening. It's not just morning. Something shifted.
And I love how it keeps the florals tamed with that clean carpet sense somehow. Are you kidding me?
Okay, hazelnut and honey in this, my friends. It's funny, I'm still getting a blue color, and then I get like the sun rising, sun setting color.
Well, it's almost like they're coming apart again. They're like blended together in the soap, and now I can sense that Blue de Chanel aquatic part, and I can smell the bank lobby part at the same time.
But there's like a third member at the party now that I'm like, ooh, I want to hang out with them. Whatever that mid-zone is like a whole new portion.
Wow.
Clearly, we're just going to be whiffing this for the rest of the day. My goodness. No wonder everyone was like, you need to get this one.
This does smell like money.
Yes.
But a rich guy who hikes.
Yeah. They're
that.
still down to earth somehow.
Right.
Okay, smell it on me and see.
Oh, I love this part.
See what if it's a little different.
Oh, always a bit more floral, a tiny bit more powdery on you
Yeah,
with your
let me see.
natural scent notes. See fish and garlic and fear.
But we could both wear this and go out on a date or some fancy dinner, and it would not conflict. It'd be great on both of us.
And you can get the EDP homage at Barrett Fragrances. Use code word STACKS for a 20% discount. And it's pretty simple, y'all. All you have to do is be 9-year-old Marcus sitting around with his Nintendo Entertainment System, the only way he would go into his sister's room because they put it in there. And you're going to get a brand new game called DuckTales. You're going to start out with Scrooge McDuck in the middle of an empty vault crying himself to sleep. And just about the time you get to the moon, you are gonna get your own. Head over to stirlingsoap.com where you can find this and a wide range of other products. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Solidus, where 1 million meets an aquatic. Where that fabulous man-made coffee and carpet scents meets an outdoor adventure on the deck of a boat. What a mashup this ended up to be for us. I would love this in a full line someday. And y'all, look at this. I am fresh off my shave. And I know it's going to be a great night when I get to spend it with a formula that's an old friend. Thank you, Rod and Mandy, for these.
Welcome to Messages.
Hey, y'all. So in honor of the Great Purge of 2025, our February giveaway is going to be a $20 e-gift card to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. And to be eligible for this giveaway, all you have to do is send us an email here. We sent you at thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back on our first March episode when we have our Alexa choose our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck. I am so glad we have our walk planned for after this because I just want to keep enjoying this.
Y'all, I think there's a reason that Stirling and Phoenix in particular blow our skirts way up, and it has to do with market research. Every December, that PAA Advent calendar hits the streets with all kinds of new ideas and all kinds of favorites from Christmas past, and the Black Friday releases at Stirling Soap Company paint Rod and Mandy a fantastic picture of where the noses in the community want to go next, and these help inform their new full lines for 2025 and 26. So y'all, thank you for going to the effort of making new sizes for us to try so that we know when your full lines come out, they're gonna be amazing. Oh, an ADT of this would be outrageous.
Sign me up. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell luckier just watching this.